and today on Justin's Secret Stash, I brought one of my favorite live albums of all time, and that would be from 1973, Genesis Live. So I'm really not going to talk too much about Genesis because I'm sure everybody can just go on Wikipedia and get the 101 on Genesis. So my story goes, my introduction to Genesis, I was really big into progressive rock. A lot of the contemporary groups like King Crimson and Yes, but I hadn't really gotten into Genesis yet. I was about 19 or 20, and I was listening to a certain psychedelic program that is aired on Sundays on one of the big radio stations in Toronto. Now, I had a good friend that was a big-time Genesis fan. Everything from the Peter Gabriel era to, the mid-'80s, late '80s stuff, which is not for me, but he swears by it. And he told me they were playing this song called Firth of Fifth from Selling England by the Pound. And he said, you play guitar? You need to hear the guitar solo on Firth of Fifth. So I finally tuned in, and it was just one of those moments where has this been all my life? One of the greatest records, I think, Selling England by the Pound. So this album was released right before that, 1973. It was their first live album. Now, if you notice on the cover here, we have Peter Gabriel, and he's dressed up in his outfit where he's doing Supper's Ready, one of my favorite 23-minute songs. And again, as a guitar player, I heard some of these tracks, and it's just unreal what Steve Hackett can do. I know I've been told by many guitar aficionados about Eddie Van Halen and being a pioneer of the double tapping style of guitar playing. Well, let me tell you, boys and girls, this predates anything that Van Halen did by at least 4 or 5 years. So we're going to hear a song from this album. It is called Return of the Giant Hogweed, and it starts off with a really cool double tapping guitar part. And as much as anybody wants to bash Phil Collins, his drumming is absolutely unreal on this record. So we're going to hear Return of the Giant Hogweed by Genesis from 1973.